G'day, I'm John Magar for Top Gear Australia. That's right, Australia. Now, I know what you're thinking. Top Gear is that crazy car show in the UK in which Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond and James May do bizarre things like race against mountain climbers and greyhound dogs. Well, it is, but this is Australia, not the UK, and you know, we don't have to do road tests in the rain here. And, you know, whilst driving across the North Pole may be just a little bit beyond our means, Australia is a really large country and I'm sure we'd have a lot of opportunities to get up to all sorts of shenanigans with all sorts of cars. So in just a few short weeks, Top Gear Australia will be coming your way right here on SBS. Now you're probably wondering, who's John Magar? Well, I'm not Daryl Summers and I'm not Jamie Dury, so I guess that's a pretty good start. Because it means that I've never been an ex-male stripper or someone who likes to put his hand up some weird stuffed ostrich. But I will tell you this, I've always been consumed by all things automotive. Yep, since the day I was born, steering wheels, gleaming Duco and gear shifts have absolutely dominated my life. So what will there be that's new with Top Gear Australia? Well, for starters, 3 brand new faces. Now, you've met me, so the question is, who are the other 2? Will it be Jennifer Hawkins? Oh, we can but pray. I mean, is there anything about cars that Jennifer doesn't know? She was Miss World, so clearly she knows much more about designing the next Mitsubishi 380 than the current Mitsubishi design team.
Yeah, fair point.
What? The camera operator agrees. Now, Susan, remember the drill. You're behind the camera and you get paid peanuts, and I'm in front of the camera and I get paid the big bucks, okay?
Yeah, sure, big shot. I suppose that explains why you bought this piss-poor camera from the cash converters.
Cut! 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 Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the other presenters for the show. Let me see now, could one of them be Richie Benno? Or could his googlies get in the way of his heel and toeing around the Albert Park track? Or might it be Daryl Summers? Well, I think we'll have to dance around that one. Susan, that was a good line.
Whatever you say, moneybags.
Cut! Honestly, I'd sell my body in the street for a better class of camera operator.
In your dreams, big shot.
Cut! Now then, let me categorically kill off any further guesswork about who the other 2 Top Gear Australia presenters are. The fact is, SBS has me under strict instructions to in no way divulge the identity of the other 2. You got it. This is just some cheap promotional trick designed to have you all be absolutely desperate to watch the first episode. And let's not forget who Australia's The Stig will be. Will it be Ray Martin? Not very likely. Cars and Carols may both start with C, but that's about where the similarity ends. Will it be Garth Tander or Mark Scaife? Well, they're both under the age of 50, which is a pretty good start, I guess. Neither of them is remotely into carols, and they're not real bad at hooning about in cars. Or will it be my next-door neighbour's 18-year-old son, whose hotted-up Commodore scares the living dickens out of anyone who dares to share the same stretch of road as he does? You got it. Can't tell you who the Stig's new name's going to be either. But I can tell you that whilst it's not going to be the Stig, it's going to be the Trevor.
Who?
The Trevor.
Who?
The Trevor. Trevor. Okay, Trevor. Look, this is Oz. We can't go around having a guy hooning about in a race suit called the Stig. It doesn't work in Oz. Here, it's the Trevor, or actually, the Trev for short. Now, I know what you're saying. The Trev sounds overly menacing and aggressive, but I'm sorry, the producers have made up their minds, and that's it. Okay, so apart from the undoubted talents of the Top Gear Australia team, just what else can we expect from this weekly automotive cinematic extravaganza? Well, for starters, of course, we'll be road testing the very best and worst of Aussie cars. And imported cars. We'll also discuss and review the major challenges that are facing the Australian automotive industry. Challenges like, for example, how big can the V8s go in the next Falcon and Commodore before they become so large that they need to be towed in a trailer behind the cars themselves. I mean, 7 litres, that's how big an engine these guys have got planned for the next Falcon and Commodore. Haven't they heard of a thing called technology? And talking of Commodores, we'll investigate Holden's recall of 85,000 VE Commodores that have rupturing fuel line problems. There's no doubt that Holden's sales figures will light up as a result of that. And we'll look at whether Mitsubishi are able to design a car that's even uglier than the current 380, or is Jennifer going to get them out of trouble again? Top Gear Australia will also investigate whether 4-wheel drive SUVs will evolve into 8-wheel drive armoured tanks that can double as reconnaissance vehicles in Baghdad. And will the Australian government consider commandeering these 8-wheel drive beauties by snatching them from shopping centres where they mostly tootle about, along with their hapless drivers? And of course, Top Gear Australia is vitally interested in the environment. As a result, we will be conducting an in-depth investigation with top-selling manufacturer Toyota, in which we'll be asking them, is it possible to design an enviro-friendly vehicle which has a payback period of less than 150 years? And can it have an even more unpronounceable name than Prius? That's not a name, that's a shame. And being safety conscious, Top Gear Australia will also ask the police just how many more speed cameras and radars can be installed before their sheer number results in they themselves becoming a road menace by having us crash into them before we've even backed out of our driveways. There will be other new and exciting touches to Top Gear Australia, such as an investigation into the very worst cars ever sold into the Australian market. Was it the P76? Was it the Chimera? Was it the Marina? Or was it the purple Valiant with the black and white dominoes dangling from the rear vision mirror? On second thoughts, I had a purple Valiant. Didn't think it was that bad. We'll even look at a test to determine what are the best dogs to take on an annual family motoring holiday. Never let it be said that Top Gear Australia won't be family friendly. And we'll ask why crash dummies at Holden's Lang Lang testing facilities need the protection of Australian workplace agreements. I mean, how would you like to have your heads bashed up against the windscreen 8 hours a day without even a coffee break? But first and foremost, Top Gear Australia is all about cars. All sorts of cars, practical cars, exotic cars, sports cars, people movers. And at Top Gear Australia, we'll be bringing you reviews of the very best and worst of both Aussie and imported cars, and we'll report to you our findings. And you can rest assured that we will be absolutely and ruthlessly independent with our reviews.
John, the concert tickets from BMW have just arrived for you.
For God's sake, don't let them see the Mercedes guy come out the back of the studio. Well, as I was saying, we will be truly independent, resolute, professional, and downright transparent in our reviews. Unless, of course, there's something in it for us, or if SBS doesn't pay us enough money, or if I can't share the same makeup room as Jennifer Hawkins. Hint, hint, SBS management. So there we have it. I'm John Magar for Top Gear Australia, the must-see program for 2008, and it's right here on SBS. Oh, and don't forget the Trebs in it too. See you soon.